Oh, hello. My name is Bryce Tubbs. With me today is Jamie Frank, and she's a lawyer and coach for change makers. I am so excited to be able to share her story with you today. Thanks for coming on the show today, Jamie.
Hi, thanks, Bryce.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
I'm doing great today. And for those watching, before we go any further, if you're watching this from any location that is outside of our free community, I just want to personally invite you inside. It's taken a very, very, very long time to cultivate such a positive group of people who want to see each other succeed, which is more important now more than any other time. So if that's you, go on ahead and click on the link either above or below and join us inside. Now, Jamie, what was life like before you got into coaching? Really, what was the catalyst that brought you into the space?
So, what happened with me was I got into working at a small law firm that supports mission-driven entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
It was really different from what the law that I was used to doing, where I worked with conventional companies. I worked for a traditional law firm. Didn't have a very close relationship with the clients. Everything was pretty transactional. But then I went to work with Jenny Casson, who's amazing. And I was building really close relationships with these solo entrepreneurs who were building businesses like to fight climate change, for natural foods, various social missions. And what I found I really liked was helping people to achieve their dream. So what we do and what I do is to provide legal services for folks who are raising capital for their businesses. So building a business and raising capital for it. And I found it really energizing, not just to do the legal work, but to actually support the person as they move forward. I found that I became a really close ally. So I decided to go get coaching training and to open my own coaching practice and legal practice.
Yes. Let me ask this question. So nowadays, what problem people generally going through when they're working with you?
Yeah, the people that I support are typically building a business. So they're on the cusp of something really great. Like they have a vision for their future, and it's a business or an organization, and they need support in order to bring that something huge into fruition. And it's typically that particular thing.
Nice. Let me ask you this question. So right now, kind of, a lot of new cool businesses are being born because people are at home or, they can't really go as many places as once were. So it provide a lot of time for clarity and for thinking. Maybe what's one of your biggest takeaways from this time, the slowdown time we're in?
Oh, right now, I mean, I guess just in general, it has been in some ways easier to connect with people. I've been working pretty much all virtually since like 2018, because I work with a lot of people who are not in my time zone, and the attorneys that I work with aren't in my time zone. But it's like everyone is scheduling things by Zoom or by Skype, and because most of us aren't traveling, there's this idea that we're all kind of available and people are open to doing things virtually. So I found that it can be easier to get meetings. I know too, in my I'm just starting out with my own coaching practice and legal practice, but with the attorneys that I work with in this small firm, our business has actually been better since the slowdown started. I'm not sure what accounts for that. I mean, I think it just depends on who you are, what your resources are, who your customers are. But maybe it's also a time for creativity. If you have a chance, if you have the resources where you are able to take a breath without being full of anxiety because you don't have a job. It might be a real time for reflection, figure out what's important, and to really focus. I mean, I think I found that in myself, where I realized that I really wanted to focus my business on supporting women of color, providing legal support and coaching for women of color who are some of the most underfunded entrepreneurs in the US, at least by venture capitalists.
Let me ask these questions kind of as we kind of like look to the future. Maybe what's the vision look like for you for as far down the road as you like to maybe think or talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I really want to have a thriving coaching practice where I am supporting many women of color who are starting their businesses. And I, success looks like for me, those businesses getting funding and coming to life. I was talking with somebody the other day who's an amazing person, a really young person who has this whole, it's just at the very, very beginning stage of building her business and has this just amazing vision for it. And I'm just like, all you need is just, you are brilliant. And all you need is a little bit of support, in order to get your confidence, get your resources together, get a team, get a plan to make this happen. And I think, the more of that I can do, the better. I'm really, that person, I'm very, very excited to support her and to see what happens. So I guess that's my vision, is just supporting more people. Yeah. I
Thanks.
don't know. Do you have any questions about that?
Well, I mean, can you tell
That's
us a
pretty
little bit
much what it
more?
looks like. Yeah.
Maybe
Sorry,
what
go
that
ahead.
looks like. Maybe can you tell us a little bit more about what that looks like in case someone watching is looking for funding and or in coaching and maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. About what it looks like to have a business that,
No, but maybe like the services you provide and how you help
oh,
people. Yeah.
yeah. So what I do is really to help the client clarify their vision, then set the goals that flow from that vision. Also identify their values so that every goal that they set is rooted in their vision and their values. And then every action that they take toward the goal is actually in service of the goal. So really helping them to continue to stay focused. So that's what I would do as a coach, help them to make sure they're doing actions that are values aligned so they know they're on the right path and to actually get to and they know what their vision is to actually get there. As a lawyer, I provide legal support. So I'm a securities and corporate lawyer, so I can provide services so that businesses can to form corporations. And I also I also will design the terms of investments that they would offer. So securities like stock or promissory notes. And then there's a whole body of law around issuing securities, around selling investments, securities law that's highly regulated. So I would deal with all of those compliance issues. So really three things: setting up the business, designing the terms of what someone is actually going to offer to investors and a strategy around that, and also the compliance issues, which really help to shape the strategy. So there are a couple. I help someone internally in achieving their goals and making plans overall, and then also with the nitty-gritty legal support.
Nice. Where can people either go to learn more about you? Where can they go to kind of connect with you further?
My website is jamielfrank.com.
Nice. And let me ask you this question. So, you know, over time, our definitions of like milestones and our views of our goals kind of change. Maybe what at this very moment does the word success mean to you?
Success to me means, there's nothing more important than ending the suffering of other people. And success to me means doing something every day that contributes to that goal.
Mhm. Nice. And I guess it's a good segue. For those watching, if you're looking for a place where people actually want to help you reach your goals, people just like Jamie who are improving themselves and helping others do the same, I recommend you go check out our free community by clicking link either above or below the video. It's taken a very long time to form such a great mastermind of people. And if you've kind of been lacking in that, social support area during these times, this is probably the best place for you to spend your time. So go on ahead and click on the link either above or below and join us inside of that community. Now, hopefully you enjoyed watching this as much as we enjoyed creating it. feel free to hit the share button so other people can get some great value as well. Have a great day. We will talk to you soon. We will see you in the next episode. Done recording in 3 and 2 and 1.